Okay, guys. When I tell you that Chicago Mayor's Lori Lightfoot is completely out of her mind, she is completely out of her damn mind. Lori Lightfoot is a very inept, disingenuous politician, right? Who should not be running the city, right there next to Ted Wheeler. They literally let their city burn. And Lori Lightfoot has been in charge for like 2 years now. And the one thing about Lori Lightfoot is that she cannot take criticism. She refuses to admit that some of the policies that are in place in Chicago, she does not want to admit, like, yo, maybe we're tripping, maybe defund the police was a bad thing. But instead, she points the blame at somebody else. She can't take blame, even though it's her city. I was just watching Chicago Lightfoot's speech at the actually still going. Actually, her speech on with the city council meeting on surging violent crimes. And the one thing that she cannot take is when somebody calls her out on her bullshit. Lori Lightfoot is so full of BS. She continues to lie, even though we have her on tape saying these things, and she just backtracks it. Here's a little piece from Newsmax came back for round two on lighting Lori Lightfoot's behind up. This was just they second confrontation.
Mayor Lightfoot, William Kelly with Newsmax. Last week I asked you about Chicago's out of control shootings and murders. You said that crime was down. That weekend we had 70 plus shootings. Last night alone we had 30 plus shootings. Do you still believe that crime in Chicago is down?
So what I said to you last week, what the superintendent said today over and over again, and what the data tells us is this. When you look at homicides and shootings from April, May, and June, we are trending downward. Is anybody satisfied with where we are? No. But the data is the data, and it is absolutely trending down. And I know from my conversations with other mayors across the country, every major city in the United States since 2020 is seeing a surge in violence. New York, LA, Atlanta, DC, across the board.
All Democrat-run cities.
What we are seeing here in Chicago is a downward trend, both in homicides and in shooting. Again, are we satisfied? Because what you're saying is, hey, wait, there was a shooting someplace in our neighborhood. Yeah, there are shootings. But what we're seeing in the data is a year over year, month over month decline, and that is progress. Yes, sir.
Comparing last night's 30 plus shootings to last year when we had an out of control race riot in which almost every member of the city of Chicago was in fact a victim, seems to be playing with those numbers just a little bit. Last night, I think you were on Chicago Tonight, you said that 99.9% of the criticism of you is because you're a black woman. Do you honestly believe that, considering the way the city council... The city council of Chicago is obviously made up of many black women who criticize you. Do you really believe that the criticism of you is 99.9% based on the fact that you're a black woman?
So you said about 15 things, most of which were wrong. So let's deconstruct some of that. We didn't have race riots last summer. That's no. You're wrong, sir. You're wrong. And I know that you like to be controversial, but no, you do, sir. Are you gonna let me answer? Or you're just gonna keep talking like you did the last time? We're allowing you in here. I would like you to follow the same. I would like you to follow the same courtesy rules that every other member of the press does. I I know you have political aspirations. I know those political aspirations haven't been fulfilled. You're a failed political candidate over and over again. But what you don't have the right to do is make up facts. We did not have race riots in our city last year. That's just wrong. And again, yeah, that's wrong. And it's incendiary. Now, I know that's what Newsmax likes to do, but I'm not going to let you take liberty with the facts. Not in front of me. You're not going to get away with that. So let's go to the next question.
Okay, that was her little confrontation with Newsmax just now, like maybe a couple minutes ago. She keeps on lying. The whole race war thing, yeah, maybe Newsmax may have been going a little too far with that, but there's still gang violence, gang wars, still happened last year, and it still and from what the actual statistics say, that Lori Lightfoot doesn't want to admit is that it's increasing in while she's in office in Chicago. She keeps on lying. And the whole fact that she doesn't like to take criticism. Hold on, I think there was something else here.
I answered your question. Your question, frankly, was insulting. You said race riots. You said you conflated the fact that there are members of color on the city council, and that somehow I don't have a right to say, as a black woman, as a lesbian, that I don't believe, my belief that some of the criticism is based solely on the basis of my gender and my race. That's my personal opinion, sir. You don't have a right to criticize my personal opinion. So I think I've answered your question as best I can, and now we're moving on.
Again, she's full of it. She is full of it. Nobody cares if you're black or you're lesbian. Nobody cares about that. If you're not running your city the correct way, and you keep on ignoring all these facts that Chicago is still the capital of murder in the United States, then what exactly are you talking about? And the whole the Chicago the whole says 99% of our critics are criticize her only because she's black. No, there's a whole bunch of people in Chicago that are black that do criticize her. Like the captain of the police force. This councilwoman who called out Lori Lightfoot a couple of days ago, and now she's back.
And it doesn't seem to be any compromise with her. It's her way or the highway, and that's not going to work for the citizens of the city.
A Southside alderwoman today rejecting Mayor Lori Lightfoot's claim that 99% of her critics are motivated by racism or sexism.
The mayor said she's being judged in ways her two previous white male predecessors were not. Our political editor, Mike Flannery, is here now with more on this. Mike.
Well, Sally, the mayor told Channel 11's Chicago Tonight broadcast that virtually all of the criticism she faces comes because she's a black woman.
About 99% of it.
Expand on that.
Well, I mean, look at my predecessors. Did people say that Rich Daley held tea sessions with people that he didn't disagree on? Rahm Emanuel was a polite guy who was a uniter? No. Women and people of color are always held to a different standard.
Okay, Lightfoot. If for anybody on here that supports Lightfoot, please tell me why. Because I know that there's gonna be some people that say, hey, it is because she's a black woman. No, it's because she's a corrupt ass politician. The whole 95% of my critics are not black. I'm getting criticized by all white people, even though we got a video of a lot of black people criticizing Chicago Lori Lightfoot, even the freaking Chicago aldermen, even them, they call her out, but apparently she didn't get that notice. She doesn't care about that notice. She don't care about that at all.
and Chicago's rising tide of deadly violence.
They say Superintendent David Brown should answer hard questions about the city's shrinking police department and whether he'll order officers out of some neighborhoods and into others.
Our political editor, Mike Flannery, has more. With nearly 2,000 people shot in Chicago so far this year and more than 340 killed, some aldermen demand accountability.
Murders are up, shootings are up, but yet the administration say all these things are down.
2021 is Chicago's deadliest year in more than a decade. A letter released by 20 aldermen seeks a public hearing with Police Superintendent David Brown.
How about people
What's going wrong is nobody's held accountable for this. Everyone's trying to, the scapegoat for the last 3-4 years would put all the problems on the police because that's somebody that you can punish.
Alderman Napolitano said he believes up to 800 Chicago police officers will retire or resign this year, worsening an already dire shortage of personnel.
We have significantly less police officers than we did 15 months ago. They can't continue at this pace. They are worn out, they are beaten down, morale is at an all-time low.
One alderman compared the criticism of Mayor Lightfoot to what Mayor Harold Washington faced in the racially charged 1980s.
This is just a tactic to try to continue to do things to this mayor that haven't been done in our city since Harold Washington was mayor.
A spokesman for Mayor Lightfoot did not respond directly to today's letter, issuing instead a statement that said Superintendent Brown offered aldermen a series of briefings on these police issues earlier this year. In light of what we've seen so far in 2021, all sides in this debate say they do share the same fears that the level of July 4th weekend violence coming up could set new dreadful records. I'm political editor Mike Flannery.
So, are they lying? Lightfoot, almost 2,000 deaths in Chicago alone, and we're just halfway throughout the year. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, people will some people will defend Lori Lightfoot saying, "Yo, it's not her fault. It's the fault of the Trump administration." When Trump is not in charge of Chicago. Trump is not in charge of Chicago. The Democrats are. So people need to stop being disingenuous. Lightfoot wants to say, "Oh, it's because of this certain aspect." People criticize me because I'm a black lesbian woman. Nobody gives a damn that you're a black lesbian woman. I don't even know why the hell you even bring that up. Because a lot of black people have criticized you. Yeah, you saying 99% of your criticism is from white people. Get the fuck out of here. Look, Lori Lightfoot, somebody needs to do a freaking recall with Lori Lightfoot like they're doing with Gavin Newsom. His recall election is in September 17th. I don't even know I don't know how that's gonna go down, but it's gonna be kind of hilarious to watch to see. So Lori Lightfoot keeps on lying. Crime keeps on surging in Chicago. Nearly 2,000 deaths just this, and it's just the beginning of July. Can we say that she's inept now, or are you guys going to keep on saying, "Yo, mate, are you guys just going to keep defending Lori Lightfoot?" And you know what else is funny? Freaking YouTube marked Chicago Lightfoot's council meeting as content for kids, so nobody will have to comment on her videos. This is not a joke. I would literally screenshot this and then put it in my video. This is not a joke. YouTube literally marked Lori Lightfoot's speech as child content, so nobody can comment on this video. She already got more dislikes than likes. But we're gonna say she's inept. She's corrupt as hell. And she would use everything to not take the blame for the city she's in charge in. See, that's the thing. How can you say none of this is a Democrat's fault and they're the ones in charge of these policy changes right now? They have the House, they have the Senate. They're in charge. Every city. They're in charge of most of these cities that have the highest black on black violence. Who am I to say? I'm just your average Uncle Tom. So what can I say? Let me guys know what y'all think about this in the comments below. Do you guys know, like, if you guys know what I'm saying, like, comment, subscribe to the video. Do you think I'm on something, or you think Lloyd Lightfoot should be getting praised? I don't know how, but let me know in the comments below. If you guys know what I'm saying, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I will see y'all in the next one. I'm out.